We are destroying our environment. There is no other way to put it. Mind that we are not destroying the planet. It can exist on its own. What we are wrecking is our own environment. Al Gore has strived to show us all that our actions are destructive, but many doesn't listen. What's astonishing is the sheer amount of people not listening, thinking it all as nonsense. In an inconvenient sequel, Truth to Power, Al Gore's documentary on the matter, we see the struggle that is to fight for the actual future of mankind, although the worst of us thinks it's false. Of course, there are those who fight for it, but there are also those who does not want to believe, nor listen. People shall remain nameless. Even though progress has been made, we will never get the true end goal we strive until we work together. People need to look up at figures such as Al Gore or Elon Musk. People who dedicate their whole lives to the advancement of humanity, but take also good care of nature. Al Gore spreads the word and trains others to do as such. He travels around the world to convince world leaders to take good care. Elon Musk founded Tesla and SpaceX, one company that makes electric cars, the other that sends rockets into space, in the most energy efficient and cleanest way. Many world leaders strive towards that goal. But there are those who doesn't. Of course, some has the excuse to be poor and to choose the cheapest way to fuel their economy with fossil fuel. Nevertheless, they could use reusable energy that are just slightly less reliant or costly, but in the long run will lead to a better alternative. What I don't get is that although poor countries have an excuse, richer countries led by greedy and self-centered people, too blinded by faith, money, or outright stupidity, can, yet doesn't, help with the problem. Look at the world we're growing into. Of course, our technology has advanced our way of life, but at a cost. If we continue down that path, we will go to our doom. The Earth is warming. The extra heat unbalances ecosystems and wrecks thermohaline circulation around the globe. Entire species are going missing, and it will not end. This will affect us greatly. It's already affecting us now. Weather is intensified. Hurricanes are stronger. Floods are more common and lasts longer, which will make entire countries disappear. Do you even realize the impact it will have? Even if we say that we'll adapt, it will lead to a chain reaction, which could be the very end of our species. It would be total chaos. People who believe in their God and that it will save them are wrong. Let's suppose that they're right. That God has destroyed mankind in a flood that lasted for 12 days and 12 nights because they were sinful. This Lord also had someone write the Apocalypse, a chapter where man is destroyed for being sinful. Hiding behind a God cannot save you, especially if that God has destroyed humanity once before and has proven to do it once more. But there still is hope. Great minds of our generation see the problem and seek answers. People like Elon Musk. Tesla might be expensive and luxury, yet it is an initiative for a better future. One where entire cities are fueled by solar power or wind power, renewable energy. His dream is to send humanity to the next level. Colonizing Mars! It might seem far-fetched, but it's entirely possible. Why is it relevant? Simple. If you want to live on Mars, you must rely on efficiency. Thus, renewable energy such as solar, wind, or geothermic, that future is still a possibility. Rather than walk down the path of our own destruction, walk up to that goal. Live up to it. The problem with mankind is that in order to move us, to convince us, to be galvanized, we need to be threatened as individuals. But what's actually the problem is that we are threatened as a species. We could very well be an endangered species. All hope is not lost though. We went through rough times. We can make a difference. If we all make something, anything, by stacking pebbles, you end up with a mountain. Even if the mountain we need is the size of Mount Everest, if we all take part in it, we will prevail. It doesn't need to be tomorrow. It doesn't need to be yesterday. Although we could have used a head start, it needs to be now. We can do it. We have to do it. We can make it. And we will prevail. That is, if we do work together, put aside our differences and act as a whole. It's not our own future we truly seek to save, for it is that of our children and their children. We want to secure our heritage, the memory of our existence. Besides, stacking pebbles is easy. It doesn't need to change our lives, but it gives a chance to our progeny. Humanity deserves better than this. All we need to do is take part. Don't let others do it in your stead. If everyone thought like that, nothing would get done. It's not even difficult. Things like recycling, which is the norm nowadays, but isn't enough. Compost would be a start. Drive less or buy more fuel-efficient cars for a start. If you can afford it, buy an electric one. You could even promote the use of the BMW lifestyle. Bus, metro, walk. The future doesn't need to start next year, nor does it next month. It starts now. Let's start stacking our pebbles, and someday we will build a humongous mountain. One that will rise higher than Everest. It could even reach out the sky. Or go right through it. For our goal is near. For we can do it. We must make it because we can and we will reach it. It's our duty, not because it's our destiny. Because we want a destiny. Only then will we deserve one. Let's make a mountain.